In the third letter, the Rebbe writes like this. Behemshech to the two letters that I wrote to you before Yontev, and because of the tirdas of Yontev, I couldn't continue. And even though I didn't get answer from you on the two letters that I wrote, I will be mamshech what I started concerning college. And behemshech to what I said before. L'chura, you could say like this: since you think that you want to go to college, and the Rebbe says you think because really you don't want to, because the Rambam says every Yid wants to do the right thing, but still you think you want to go to college. But there's somebody who's telling you that it doesn't fit to your ma'ibed matzav, to your situation, because it doesn't fit for a tomim and for a talmid of the Rebbe, because the Rebbe goes along with me wherever I go, and therefore if I go to college, I'm schlepping the Rebbe with me, based on the Chazal said that Talmud Shegola, Megal and Rabbi Ime, that if a Talmud goes to Golas, his Rebbe goes along. So you could answer, who says I need this? Maybe for a while I'm going to be mafsik, I'm going to interrupt my tzir of a tomim, and I'm going to interrupt my tzir of a chassid of the Rebbe. Mela, all the tainas fall off. But the Rebbe says, you can't do that. It's too late. We know even in Nigle, a ger, a convert that's Megayer, cannot change chas v'sholem. Even if he sins later, he's still a yid because he was Megayer. And the same thing is in Kedusha itself. If you become a chassid once, and you become a kusher to the Rebbe, and b'meila kamayim aponim la'aponim, the Rebbe becomes a kusher to you, so you can't stop that. You can't interrupt that, because it's not dependent on you, really. It's dependent on the Rebbe too. And the Rebbe, out of good kindness, is connected to you, he's tied to you. And therefore, you connected, especially with the Rebbe, who is a Rebbe of Teiras Hanister, and in Zayar we know the connection that's there, like it says in Zayar, Mampniot and Avaya Dorashbi, etc., etc. And then the Rebbe says, I don't want to be Mayrach, I don't want to go at length with this, because I'm sure that Sof Kol Sof, it says, Reg Chutel Lavira Ikrakol, if you throw a stick up, it always falls down to its root, so it's connected to the root. So your root will become Niseirer in you, that your discussions to the Rebbe will be that you will follow in his ways, and you will tell me good news about it. And the earlier, the better. Because it says Yomim Yitzoru, that means there's a certain amount of days set to a person, and it's a waste any day moment that's you're not feeling the shlichus that you have, so that's a waste. So hopefully you'll tell it to me right away. And here we see a very interesting thing. Even though in this letter the Rebbe didn't mention the word shliach, but it's behemshach to the second letter before, which is telling him that you're a shliach, shlepping the Rebbe. And here the Rebbe says you can't change that. And even though here the Rebbe says it concerning being a chassid and the tomim, but it's behemshach to the previous letter, so it's mashma that even the union of a shliach, if you become a shliach, you cannot interrupt that. That's something that's for life. You are a shliach, and therefore you have to remember constantly that whatever a shliach does, schleps the Rebbe along with him. That's how careful you have to be. And there are very, very three interesting letters concerning the union of college, and also gives a very strong insight in the union of what a shliach is.